It's Tuesday, July 14th. Today on your Morning Atlantic, former Nova Scotia Premier Don Ham has died at the age of 88. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And poison precautions. The folks from Child Safety Link will be here with some helpful tips on how to keep kids safe from common summer poisons. That conversation in our 7 o'clock hour.
Plus marine education. We chat with the Beatty Center for Biodiversity about their summer experiences. All that and so much more just ahead on the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Hello, happy Tuesday. Come on in and join us. We're all ready for a nice hot July day. At least I'm assuming it's going to be. Latavia will confirm in a moment. Great to have you all in studio today.
Yes.
Amanda, you look like you're ready for the best picnic ever.
Okay, well, I mean, grab the basket. Let's go. Love myself some gingham here. Maybe I'll go to Officers Square in Fredericton.
Well, I really have enjoyed talking about our friends in Fredericton, about all the things happening. The Thursday night markets in this area are gorgeous. And what was once a skating rink is now quite the opposite, Latavia.
Right? Polar opposites. We did have a bit of shower activity early in the morning for Fredericton across New Brunswick. Already beginning to clear out, though, as you can see there in our live eye. Sunshine on its way as cloud coverage begins to clear out. 17 degrees to start your day in Fredericton, 18 this morning in Charlottetown, a bit cooler in Halifax at 16 with 14 in Sydney, 9 degrees in Labrador City, and 15 starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We are going to keep in mind sun safety as sunshine returns in the region. The UV index tracking high to very high across the Maritime region, taking a bit of a dip yet again for Newfoundland and Labrador due to precipitation tracking low to high throughout your day today. Here's a look at that system that's tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada. A few showers early this morning for parts of the Maritime region will clear out, leaving sunshine for all three Maritime provinces, while Newfoundland and Labrador will be dealing with some wet weather throughout the day today. Here's a look at the current wind situation for the Maritime region. Will be another breezy day ahead. As of right now, sustained wind 35 kilometers per hour in Canso, 24 into North Cape with 22 in Grand Etang, and as well as into Halifax, 20 in Sydney and Yarmouth. Wind gusts getting up to 46 kilometers per hour in Canso, 33 in both North Cape and Grand Etang, with 31 in Charlottetown and Yarmouth. We'll take a look at your full weather forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The Green Party now has the same number of seats in PEI's legislature as the opposition Liberals. After counting the ballots, Elections PEI says the unofficial winner in District 16, Cornwall-Meadowbank, is Green Party candidate Tate Willows. The agency says Willows received nearly 1,200 votes, representing 39.59% of the 2,990 ballots cast. Overall voter turnout was almost 61%. Notably, Willows defeated Island Liberal leader Robert Mitchell. While the Greens and Liberals now hold 4 seats apiece in the provincial legislature, the by-election results do not affect the Tory majority. Tributes are pouring in following news Nova Scotia's 25th Premier has died. Don Ham served in the role from 1999 to 2006. A physician by training, Dr. Ham was first elected as an MLA in Pictou in 1993. Later, as PC leader, he took the party from third place to a majority government. Ham retired from politics 20 years ago. Paying tribute on Monday, Premier Tim Houston said, "I will remember Premier Ham for his strength, his quiet dignity, and for his determination to improve the lives of the people he served." Nova Scotia flags have been lowered at Province House and all provincial buildings in honor of the late Premier. A 29-year-old man is dead following a crash between a motorcycle and a tractor-trailer in Cavendish late Monday afternoon. Police were called to Route 6 near the Raspberry Point Oyster Bar around 3:45 p.m. Police say it does not appear alcohol or drugs were a factor. 2 young people have died and another left with serious injuries following a collision in Nova Scotia's Lunenburg County. The single vehicle crash happened just after dawn Saturday on Highway 324 in Lilydale. Investigators say an SUV had veered off the road and hit a tree. The driver and a passenger died at the scene. A third occupant of the vehicle was airlifted to Halifax. There's significant damage to a home after a fire in Dartmouth on Monday. Crews were called to this house on Braemar Drive just yesterday afternoon. They made quick work of the flames, but there was extensive damage to the structure, especially evident on one side of the building. One person was home at the time, but didn't immediately notice the fire. Neighbors alerted her to the danger. And a fire broke out just after 4 p.m. Monday at a 16-unit apartment building on Main Street in Middleton. The fire was contained to one unit on an upper floor. Fire Chief Mike Toole tells CTV News residents remained evacuated last night, but the Red Cross is helping with accommodations. Crews from a number of surrounding departments also helped with the firefight. Toole says the cause is considered accidental. A 32-year-old Kentville man is facing arson charges in connection with a structure fire in the town last week. The fire spread quickly from one building to another. After investigating, police say Andrew Boltzer was arrested and charged with 2 counts of arson causing damage to property. He was due to face a judge in Kentville on Monday. Now to prices at the pumps. You will be paying more for diesel in Nova Scotia this morning. Price of diesel increased in the Halifax area by 6.2 cents overnight, bringing the minimum price in Zone 1 to $2.10.2 a litre. The Energy Board says the unscheduled price adjustment was necessary due to a significant shift in the market price. Price of gas did not change in Nova Scotia. And in Prince Edward Island, the price of gas increased by 2.3 cents a litre overnight. The minimum price now $1.89.6 a litre. And diesel increased by 7.5 cents. The minimum price now $2.25.9. Prices in New Brunswick did not change overnight. Finally, some heartwarming images. The Norwegian men's soccer team has received a hero's welcome. The outpouring of love came as the team returned home on Monday after having its World Cup dreams end on the weekend with a loss to England. Thousands of fans gathered in Oslo, Norway's capital, to catch a glimpse of the players. They also took part, as you just saw, in that iconic Viking row that's become a staple for the team after matches on the world stage. Viking row is a celebratory ritual inspired by the country's history of Viking seafaring. But what a welcome home. So proud of them.
I mean, their country's so proud. They did really, really well.
Yeah, I know. My husband was really rooting for Norway after Canada's loss, but after Canada was eliminated, I should say. But who's it going to be later today? It's going to be Argentina and England playing.
Okay, and then that will impact our programming, which I'll get to in just one second.
Yeah.
The heat wave in Europe this summer is threatening the production of Parmesan cheese in Italy.
Oh, no.
Yes, cows are being cooled with water to keep them happy and eating during a prolonged period of hot weather. Experts say extreme heat affects milk's quality and quantity, which could mean less product for Parmesan, which could lead to higher costs for consumers. In Italy, the production of authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is only allowed in 5 provinces, and cows must be fed exclusively with grass and hay grown there. It's been produced in Italy for 800 years.
Yum.
So I'll tell you how the weather's impacting things. If it's too dry, the grass and hay can't grow properly, and then the cows don't have any food. So it's a whole thing.
It's a whole...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway,
trickle-down effect.
So trickle-down effect. So far, they seem to be managing, but it has been a challenge.
Even worse than when you have that dairy sitting in the back of your car for too long.
Oh, can you imagine? You forgot you got groceries, and then you forgot about the ice cream in the back. Yeah, we've all been there. Okay, FIFA World Cup. We just alluded to it. Now here are the details. So you can watch the coverage today on CTV, TSN, and Crave. But because of these high-stakes games, we're going to move our CTV news at 5 and 6 from the regular CTV to this channel, CTV2. Get all the details at the QR code or go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca.
And that game today, 4 p.m. local time.
Okay.
Ooh, a lot of people, I gotta leave work early today. Something's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, still ahead, we'll have a look at your national and international news headlines on this Tuesday morning. And Latavia has the first full look at the forecast as we take a live look at beautiful Antigonish this morning. Listen, you won't have to face any traffic there.
It's light. Traffic's light today. Moving well.
Moving
in the,
well.
corridor.
No issues here. The forecast is next.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 6:12. We're taking a live look at Charlottetown. 18 degrees to start your day. Starting to see some sunshine early this morning. It's a bit breezy as well. Something to keep in mind when you are heading out. Temperatures will continue to rise, so light layers are needed. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 16 degrees to start your day in Halifax, as well as into Fredericton. 10 degrees early this morning in Labrador City, and 15 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Early this morning, we do have a bit of shower activity for parts of Atlantic Canada. Early this morning, a few showers expected for parts of all three maritime provinces. Going to clear out, though, leaving sunshine for all three maritime provinces into the afternoon. Now, Newfoundland and Labrador dealing with a bit of precipitation, periods of drizzle and or showers, a risk of thunderstorms for parts of those provinces. Expected to clear out for parts of Newfoundland, and then into the maritime region for tonight. We do have showers arriving yet again. A risk of thunderstorms is expected. That will take us into early Wednesday morning. We are going to see sunshine start off the day as showers clear out before morning, but we do have precipitation returning into the afternoon as well. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we are going to see accumulation from this system, looking at around 10 to 20 millimeters at its heaviest for northern New Brunswick, 20 to 30 for parts of Prince Edward Island, and the heaviest for Nova Scotia is going to be around 10 to 20 millimeters. For Newfoundland and Labrador, also seeing accumulation from this system, 20 to 30 millimeters at its heaviest for parts of Labrador, and 10 to 20 for parts of Newfoundland. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, we are going to see daytime highs heating up yet again, ranging from 20 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, up to 30 for Fredericton. A mix of sun and cloud today as a few showers clear out early in the morning. Showers expected to return into the afternoon for the northern region of the province. Showers moving across the province into the evening. Wind gusts of 40. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 23 degrees in Surrey, up to 28 in Tignish. Looking at a mix of sun and cloud as showers clear out early in the morning, but showers expected to arrive into the evening across the island. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs ranging from 20 degrees in Canso up to 26 in New Glasgow and Truro. A mix of sun and cloud today with evening showers expected. Wind gusts this afternoon picking up to 60. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a few showers early in the morning, a risk of thunderstorms clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud for the remainder of the day. We are going to see showers arrive yet again into the evening. Daytime highs between 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in Middleton and Kentville. For Labrador City today, we are looking at showers with the risk of thunderstorms, a high of 22. 18 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, starting off with mainly cloudy skies, seeing sunshine into the afternoon, showers arriving into the evening. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. And quick correction to that FIFA game later today. It is France versus Spain. To national news, there are new calls for changes to Canada's gun laws after a fatal shooting at a salsa festival in Toronto over the weekend. Gunshots killed 2 people and sent thousands running for cover. CTV's Judy Trin has more on the push for a crackdown on gun violence.
Gunfire at a Toronto salsa festival, sending crowds running for cover. 2 people shot dead. 5 others injured. The mayor of Canada's biggest city is vowing the summer tradition will continue.
We will not let reckless criminals stop Toronto's tradition of outdoor street festivals.
There were an estimated 13,000 people at the festival, including families with children. For people to continue attending these events, analysts say the public could demand a bigger police presence.
We can expect that there will be more tolerance for the police to use more of the techniques that private security uses in private venues, like things like using metal detectors or increased use of CCTV cameras and whatnot.
The Conservatives are blaming the brazen gun violence on the Liberal government and years of lax sentencing.
If you're a violent repeat offender, especially a gun offender, you should be removed from society for a very long time. And that will create the deterrence necessary to prevent gun violence.
Under pressure, the Liberals have made more than 80 changes to the criminal code. The new laws take effect this week.
A tougher sentencing for any crimes with gun, tougher to get bail. Gang violence.
Toronto's police chief wants a new law to protect from guns being fired in public spaces.
When someone is shot and killed in a congregate setting, whether it's a stray bullet or because someone started a fight and pulled a gun, such offenses should be classified as first-degree murder.
Toronto's mayor is also calling for more cooperation between American and Canadian law enforcement to stop the smuggling of guns into Canada. The data shows that nearly half of all guns seized in Canada are from the U.S.
CTV's Judy Trin reporting in Ottawa. A sweltering and record-breaking heat wave that is scorching the prairies is heading east. There are currently warnings across 4 provinces. Most of Ontario, the southern half of Manitoba, and smaller portions of Saskatchewan and Quebec are currently experiencing temperatures in the mid-30s that feel more like the 40s with the humidity. Records have already been smashed in the prairies, with some roads buckling from the heat. CTV's Rahim Ladani has more.
It doesn't matter whether you have 2 legs or 4. On a day like this, everyone is trying to keep cool.
I absolutely love it. The winter is difficult, but I also love it. So that means you have to love everything when it comes.
While most people at Sunnyside Beach are laying back and soaking in the sunshine.
Might as well enjoy what you can.
Not everyone agrees.
Do you like the heat?
No.
No?
Lots of drinks, nice and cold, water.
Staying hydrated will be crucial over the next several days as temperatures feel into the mid-40s with the humidity. For those who have to be outdoors for work, that can quickly turn an enjoyable hot day into heat exhaustion.
People get weak and dizzy because their blood pressure drops. They tend to get headache. Sometimes they can even start to vomit, and that unfortunately makes you even more dehydrated.
Health experts say regulating your body temperature during extreme heat is also important to reduce the burden on your brain.
Heat mimics anxiety. Symptoms such as sweating, racing heart, dizziness. These are common to being overheated and anxious, and your brain can mistake the two.
The City of Toronto has activated its heat relief strategy. That includes keeping 8 of its 57 outdoor pools open until just before midnight. Civic centers across the region are also extending hours for people to enjoy cool, filtered air.
Luckily, we have air conditioning. It's not the best, and I try to stay downstairs rather than upstairs, but I'll get through it.
Rahim Ladani, CTV News, Toronto.
A quick break here. When we return, we'll have your top business headlines, plus your must-see moment from TSN. That's on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Good morning on this Tuesday, July 14th. It's now 6:23 and time to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Matt Scooby in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. For it, we head to the Home Run Derby in Philadelphia. In the final round, Jordan Walker needed 4 home runs in 4 swings to beat Kyle Schwarber, and after getting 3 in a row, he crushes one deep into the Philly night sky and gone. Walker with a walk-off shot in the Home Run Derby. His 2026 salary just under $800,000, but he won $1 million for that. He claims your must-see moment for Monday. And today on TSN, it's the first semifinal at the FIFA World Cup. France taking on Spain. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
And on the markets, the Dow began this new trading week down 138 points. Another Chinese car manufacturer is looking at selling electric vehicles in Canada. BNN Bloomberg's Marella Fernandez has more.
Dongfeng is a state-owned car maker. It's in the process of certifying its cars in Canada. The company wants to bring 2 of its models to this country by next year. It's one of several Chinese companies trying to break into the market after the Prime Minister decided to allow up to 49,000 Chinese-made EVs to be sold here at a lower tariff rate. 12 states are trying to stop Paramount Skydance from acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery. The lawsuit's being led by California, but includes New York, New Jersey, and Arizona. The states argue the merger would lead to higher prices and lower quality film and television. Together, Paramount and Warner would control about a third of films and about a third of TV programming. The CEO of Volkswagen is raising the possibility of cutting another 50,000 jobs. That would be on top of the 50,000 layoffs already planned as part of a cost-cutting measure. Volkswagen sales have fallen in China, and its production in Germany is being hit by American tariffs. VW also owns Porsche and Audi and currently employs about 657,000 people around the world. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar really hasn't changed. It's at 70.64 U.S. West Texas Intermediate up over $6 to 78.14. Western Canadian Select is down to 57.03, and the TSX lost 52 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, a bit of shower activity early in the morning for the northern region, a risk of thunderstorms clearing, leaving sunshine across the province. Showers expected to arrive into the afternoon for the northern region once again. 28 degrees on Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms returns. And then on Thursday, 25 degrees with isolated showers expected into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, a few showers early in the morning, clearing, leaving sunshine across the province. Evening showers expected to return with a high of 28. 27 on Wednesday, starting off with sunshine, a low chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected into the afternoon. And then on Thursday, 25 degrees, sunny skies with evening showers. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees today, a few showers early on, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Showers return into the evening. 26 on Wednesday with mainly sunny skies and a mix of sun and cloud on Thursday with evening showers.
Coming up this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know, what are you cheersing to this summer? That conversation in about 15 minutes on your Morning Atlantic.
Love a good splash pad.
Yes.
Fun time.
Super fun.
Super fun. It is Tuesday, July 14th. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the show. If you're watching earlier, I mistakenly said that Argentina and England playing later today in the FIFA World Cup. No, that's tomorrow.
Do you want to know what actually is
Wednesday.
happening? I did a whole whoops-a-daisy. Sorry about that, people. Just dropped the thing.
All the things.
I did the whole thing. Okay, here's what's happening. All right, today we got France and Spain in the semifinal. Yes. Tomorrow, Argentina, England in a semifinal. Then
the big one.
Third place playoff Saturday.
Yes.
And the FIFA final extravaganza Sunday.
Okay.
And it's done. Yep, that's it. It's a whole thing right there.
And then we're going to see Shakira and Madonna perform too.
That's on Sunday.
Justin Bieber.
And Justin Bieber.
And the Biebs. First ever halftime show.
Yeah, really exciting. Anyway, so correction to that. I said that earlier, but Spain and France playing later today, 4 p.m. Atlantic time.
Well, you notice how on fire I am all of a sudden. I went and got a coffee. So that's what I'm cheersing to. Delicious coffee. I'll take it hot in the morning. Are you into the iced coffee?
I am, but only during the summer when it is really hot. So Latavia, I mean, am I going to get an iced coffee today?
Yeah, are you iced or hot?
I love a good iced coffee in the summer. Not so much early in the morning.
Yeah. Switch to iced coffee later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To answer your question, yes, it's going to be a nice day ahead. And here's a live look at Bedeck.
But the water's moving today. It's rippling a little bit. Yesterday it was still as can be.
Yes, it is a bit breezy today for parts of the region. Something to keep in mind when you are heading out. A little cooler early this morning. 16 degrees starting off your day in Bedeck. We are going to see lots of sunshine sticking around, though, into the afternoon. And in terms of our current temperatures, not too bad starting off the day. Still quite warm over in Charlottetown, as you can see here, 18 degrees. 16 in Halifax, as well as into Fredericton, 17 in Bathurst, 10 degrees right now in Labrador City, and 14 over in Gander. Keep in mind sun safety if you are headed out today, soaking up that sunshine. Now tracking high to very high across the maritime region. Taking a bit of a dip once again for Newfoundland and Labrador due to precipitation. Tracking low to high throughout your day today. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. We do have a bit of precipitation across parts of Atlantic Canada early this morning. A few showers for parts of the maritime region will clear, leaving sunshine for all three maritime provinces, returning into parts of New Brunswick this afternoon. And then Newfoundland and Labrador dealing with periods of drizzle and or showers with a risk of thunderstorms. It's going to be breezy today across the maritime region. As of right now, 35 kilometers per hour in Canso, 28 into North Cape. We're looking at 22 in Charlottetown, 24 in Sydney. Wind gusts getting up to 44 kilometers per hour in Canso, 37 into North Cape and Charlottetown with 30 in Grand Etang. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police in Halifax are investigating a rare case of swatting in Bedford early yesterday morning. Officers responded en masse to a phony call about a shooting and hostage taking. Not only was the report completely false, investigators later learned the call didn't even come from this country. CTV's Emma Convey has more.
There was a heavy police presence at an apartment complex in Bedford early Monday morning. But not for criminal activity that happened here. It was all a hoax.
Received a call from a man stating he lives at a complex on River Lane in Bedford. The caller stated that he had shot his father and was holding his mother hostage at gunpoint.
Upon arrival, police evacuated the complex and got a hold of the individual they believed to be the caller, as well as their parents. It was confirmed all were safe and determined the call was fake.
We don't believe that it's a random incident. We believe that the person who we believed was the caller, we believe he was targeted due to an online dispute.
Police say the investigation is still ongoing, but this call came from the United States. Incidents like this are called swatting. It's when someone makes a false report that prompts a significant police response.
We've definitely seen a rise in these incidents. You know, they are fairly common. You just don't hear the headlines about it. And thankfully, the loss of life has been low, but not zero.
Security expert David Shipley says there's normally motivation behind these attacks.
It's usually financial, maybe it's revenge, could be a form of extended intimate partner violence in some cases, but there's usually an underlying issue driving someone to escalate to this point.
He explains that technology and artificial intelligence makes these calls more believable, so the modernization of our telecommunication systems like 911 are needed.
We simply cannot take for granted that a number that appears is actually coming from HRM, for example. And yeah, that's the reality is everything that we can do to try and mitigate this risk comes with some cost. It comes at cost for taxpayers for more advanced IT systems and other things. And it comes at some sacrifices around individual privacy.
Every call to police is taken seriously until proven it's not dangerous. Fake calls tie up police resources. Emma Convey, CTV News, Bedford.
Thank you, Emma. The Green Party now has the same number of seats in PEI's legislature as the opposition Liberals. After counting the ballots, Elections PEI says the unofficial winner in District 16, Cornwall Meadowbank, is Green Party candidate Tate Willows. The agency says Willows received nearly 1,200 votes, representing 39.59% of the 2,990 ballots cast. Overall voter turnout was almost 61%. Notably, Willows defeated Island Liberal leader Robert Mitchell. While the Greens and Liberals now hold 4 seats apiece in the provincial legislature, the by-election results do not affect the Tory majority. Now to prices at the pumps. You will be paying more for diesel in Nova Scotia this morning. Price of diesel increased in the Halifax area by 6.2 cents. The minimum price for Zone 1 now $2.10.2 a litre. The Energy Board says the unscheduled price adjustment was necessary due to a significant shift in the market price. Price of gas did not change in Nova Scotia. And it was a regular scheduled price adjustment in Prince Edward Island. Price of gas increased by 2.3 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.89.6, and diesel increased by 7.5 cents. The minimum price now $2.25.9 a litre. Prices in New Brunswick did not change overnight. Now to a golf story that is definitely rather not par for the course. Take a look at this. A bold bear in BC was caught on camera stealing a golfer's bag and hauling the clubs into the trees. As golfers watched from a safe distance, another bear lingered nearby, making the very unusual encounter even more memorable.
Okay, why? Here's the question, why?
Why? Did they store a snack in there?
It could be, maybe there was food. That could be, that there was a little snack.
Maybe, but I mean...
He's going to sell the clubs, try to get some food.
Trying to get, like, maybe he just wants to go clubbing.
It's true. There's better ways to do it, Bear. Better ways to do it.
I think to the time, like, before we all had cell phones and cameras, like, in our pockets, if you told someone that story, do you think they'd believe you?
They wouldn't believe you.
No.
No, I know. That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I wonder what happened. Did they get the clubs back?
I don't know. I have so many unanswered questions.
Exactly.
Did they take the clubs, like, deeper into the woods or something?
It's funny that the why. That leads me to this next story, okay? You'll never, ever guess where this story is going, so I'm just going to go there for you. More than 360 kilograms of peanut butter has been spread all over the floor of a museum in the Netherlands. Why, you ask? I don't know. It's being done in the name of art. It's a tribute to Dutch artist Wim de Schippers, who died last month. He first created the peanut butter floor in 1969, part of the floor covering series. It was a series of floor coverings. Look how much peanut butter is on there.
It's thick.
Wild. And interesting that the artist, him or herself, did not do this. It was they had these workers do it to create the art. In any case, yeah, the project had all kinds of floor coverings, shattered glass, you know, other food products. In any case, if you're in the Netherlands, you can see this. You are not allowed to touch it. Like, you're not allowed to dip things in it or anything. You're not allowed to make drawings in it.
You can't bring your dog in there.
Yeah, bring your dog. Oh, my gosh, certainly not.
Best way to distract your dog.
Yeah,
Here's this peanut butter floor.
Oh, my, can you imagine? Also, if you have peanut allergies, avoid that section of the museum.
Don't go.
Wild.
So many questions.
I know. Why? Why?
They're never going to take it on the road. Number one, it's too big. Number two, you can't take it to schools.
No, it's just there. I mean,
the best part is that someone created this back in 1969.
Yeah.
Why?
And they're like, we need to recreate that.
Yeah.
In any case, if you happen to be in the Netherlands in the near future, you can go check that out. Take some pictures of it for us. But,
it's a little nutty. All right, we got to move ahead. Still ahead, your entertainment headlines. But coming up next, it is the Move Morning Chat. Today, we're asking, what are you cheersing to this summer? What's something that you're celebrating or marking? We'll have that conversation right after Latavia's forecast in just a few moments.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 6:43. Taking a live look at St. John's, Newfoundland, starting off at 15 degrees, mainly cloudy today. We do have showers arriving into the evening, so beautiful day is ahead. We are going to see temperatures continue to rise. As of right now, it is 16 degrees as you head outdoors in Halifax, 15 starting off your day in Yarmouth, 18 degrees in Charlottetown with 16 early this morning in Fredericton, 11 degrees in Labrador City, and 15 in Corner Brook. Over to our forecast timeline. We are seeing some sunshine early this morning for parts of the Maritime region. We do have a bit of a cloudier start to the day for Newfoundland and Labrador, with precipitation tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada. So for the Maritime region, a few showers to start your day will clear out, leaving sunshine for all three Maritime provinces this afternoon. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, going to see some precipitation for both those provinces, a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon as well. We are going to see a chance of showers return for New Brunswick, starting off first, and then into tonight, showers for all three Maritime provinces, a risk of thunderstorms that will clear out before Wednesday morning, where we are going to see sunshine into the forecast for Wednesday. A chance of showers will return as well into the afternoon. We are going to see precipitation totals from this system, though, looking at 10 to 20 millimeters into northern New Brunswick at its heaviest, 20 to 30 for Charlottetown. We are going to see around 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of mainland Nova Scotia into the eastern region. And then for Labrador, heaviest being 20 to 30 millimeters. And for Newfoundland, looking at around 10 to 20 millimeters from now until early Wednesday morning. For forecast today for New Brunswick, Few showers to start your day will clear out. We are going to see sunshine across the province, a return of shower activity into the afternoon for the northern region of the province, a risk of thunderstorms, with daytime highs ranging from 20 degrees in St. John up to 30 in Fredericton, wind gusts of 40. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 23 to 28 degrees, being the warmest into Tignish. We do have a few showers starting off the day, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud across the island. Showers return into the evening. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, much of the same expected. A few showers early on for parts of eastern Nova Scotia, clearing, leaving sunshine. We are going to see daytime highs ranging from 20 degrees in Canso up to 26 in New Glasgow and Truro. Showers arrive for this part of the province into the evening, wind gusts getting up to 60. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud as shower activity clears out. We will be seeing evening showers return, though. Daytime highs between 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in both Middleton and Kentville, wind gusts of 40 kilometers per hour. For Labrador City today, a high of 22 degrees, showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day. 18 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, mainly cloudy skies with evening showers expected. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
Crash and Sarah join us from Move Mornings in Fredericton, and we are loving the summer season, and we're celebrating too. So we want to know, what are you cheersing to this summer? Let's start with you two.
Okay, listen, I'm so happy to report today. I am cheersing to my new house build finally being underway. It feels like you've all been hearing about this for months, because you have at this point, and it's been years in the making. So as of late last week, my old house has officially been torn down. The new one, please, everybody manifest, should be here at least partly by the end of this summer. But we all know what it's like, right, to have a goal or have a project, even just in mind, for years. And when it finally starts happening, it's probably emotional, because it's like a Band-Aid of relief being ripped off. Like, oh my gosh, we're finally here. We're finally in this moment. Like, to the point where something as simple as door frames were making me cry the other day. But yeah, it's just such a relief. So that is what I'm finally cheersing to this summer.
Yeah, and it's been an ongoing thing too, right? So like the relief finally of the last couple of years of hard work for you to get into that. Similarly, time passing is really. I know I don't look like I have a kid this old, but I have a teenager arriving this week. Our oldest will be 13 years old on Thursday. Happy birthday, Holly. That's weird, isn't it? Amanda, we've known each other a while. It's weird I have a 13-year-old, isn't it?
I'm surprised that you're a dad still, right? I think credit has to go to your wife for the success of your children.
That's true. Yeah, very much so. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
But no, it is really weird, but great accomplishments. And it's so true. Like, when you have kids, people say, get ready, because the days can be slow, but the years fly by.
Absolutely.
And it is so true. Elsie, what are you cheersing to?
Well, I would just say the same thing as you, Crash. I'm surprised I'm even a parent. Who allowed this to happen?
Right.
I think for me, it's getting outside and spending all that time, as much as I can, near a body of water. I think for me, that's always the biggest thing during the summer season, and being able to share that with my boys. I got Sonny into a bigger body of water couple days ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he finally went into the pool and he loved it. Stone, not so much. But at least I'm cheersing to the fact that one baby shares my enjoyment of water.
There you go.
Perfect. I'm gonna listen, we got a theme going, so I'm gonna keep it going. I'm cheersing to our 9-year-old son passing swimmer 3.
Yay!
Yay!
Did it.
And I have to explain this, because any parent knows, or even when you were a kid, it is very difficult to get your kid into swimming lessons. It is like the Hunger Games. It's 9 a.m. on the date. You got to set an alarm, and you have to like sign them up immediately. Now, swimmer 2, he did swimmer 2 multiple times at multiple locations for like 2 to 3 years. I don't know why, but you got to nail everything that they want you to. And one try of swimmer 3, it was a private lesson. Little fish passed.
Yay!
There you go.
Incredible.
And he was already, I thought, a pretty decent swimmer, and now he's even better. So we've been having a lot of fun in family pools so far this summer. So I'm cheersing to not having to do swimmer 3 over and over.
Yes,
exactly.
My daughter, when she was little, she went to a friend's place or they went on a field trip or whatever. She came home. She's like, I know how to swim now. Her friend helped her learn how. And then she was just like a fish in the pool. The next time we saw her, we're like, what? How did this happen?
Cheers to that friend, right?
Yeah, I know. And she's the one that's turning 13 this week. So there you go.
Aw, happy early birthday. And we are posing this question now to our viewers. We're cheersing to you for joining us for this Move Morning Chat. We want to know, what are you cheersing to this summer? Text us at 10400. We'll share those answers later in the show.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:54. We are going to head over to Hollywood now and take a look at your entertainment headlines.
We have our first trailer for the upcoming satirical comedy, Digger. The new film stars Tom Cruise as Digger Rockwell, an oil executive tasked with solving an environmental crisis his business has created. Digger arrives in theaters on October 2nd. Speaking of Tom Cruise, the actor has joined TikTok, racking up over 1.4 million followers in under 24 hours since he first posted. His 3 videos on the social platform include the trailer for Digger and clips promoting the movie. And happy birthday to comedian Jane Lynch, who is 66 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast, starting off in New Brunswick. A few showers to start your day will clear out, leaving sunshine across the province. Showers expected to return, though, into the afternoon. A high of 29. 28 degrees on Wednesday with a mix of sun and cloud to start your day. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms returns, though, across the province into the afternoon. 25 degrees on Thursday, starting off with sunshine. A low chance of showers returns into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, looking at 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. Evening showers, 27 on Wednesday. Sunshine starts off the day. Isolated showers and a risk of thunderstorms returns, though, into the afternoon. 25 degrees on Thursday. Lots of sunshine across the province. Evening showers. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud as showers clear out. Evening showers expected to return, though, across the island. 26 midweek on Wednesday with mainly sunny skies, and 24 on Thursday. A mix of sun and cloud. Showers arrive into the evening.
It's Tuesday, July 14th. Today on your Morning Atlantic, a phony emergency call results in a large police response. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And summer poison safety. There are a lot of things around right now that could cause a child serious harm if ingested. We'll chat with the Child Safety Link and get some very timely information in about 15 minutes. That's on your Morning Atlantic.
Morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 7 o'clock on your Tuesday morning.
Yay! Yay! My favorite thing to do is wake up when there's a 7 in the number.
Why?
Because I just think that waking up between 7 and 8 is my favorite time to wake up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Rarely
fair.
does that happen.
Lately, that brings me joy, too. I'm going to agree with you, Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something nice to, when you can get the opportunity to sleep. And one thing I do love about this summer, I don't know if you two are on the same page, you loosen up the schedule a little bit. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to like summer camps, maybe some vacation time.
Like the evening schedule, you mean, for us?
Yes,
Is that,
yeah,
the morning
for
schedule?
us.
She is as tight as a drum. There's not room to like stick in a shoehorn.
This
to
is
get anything in there.
This is true. Perhaps it's still vacation, Amanda. Still talking.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I love, and this is Amanda Duffin speaking. Just sleeping in You know, just doing stuff whenever I want during the day with my family and friends. I love that.
Yes, that does sound nice.
Yeah, that is not my life.
That's vacation, which is awesome. You know what, though? I wouldn't want to be on vacation all the time. I find that the structure of everyday life actually kind of gives the vacation more of a meaning, if you will.
Yeah. I have two toddlers, so I have to stick to a tight schedule at all times, or else my day is thrown out the window.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All times, even on vacation.
Day's over.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. We were with some friends the other day. They said, "Oh, we can't go out because of the nap schedule." I'm like, right, the very aggressive nap schedule. I remember the importance of that.
Yeah.
Or trying to stay out like late, going out and taking the kids for a drive, worrying that they'll fall asleep in the car.
Oh my goodness, that happened on Sunday, and we were like, wake them up, wake them up. Because they get home and then it throws off bedtime.
Everything.
It's true. For me, it's the dogs. They get up now. I rarely get to sleep until 7 because they get me up at like sometimes 5 in the morning on the weekends.
We have so much daylight too, both in the morning and at night.
I've been loving that. I've been loving that.
Me too, actually. As you can see over in McAdam, it's quite beautiful starting off your day. As of right now, it is 15 degrees in your area. Temperatures will continue to rise above seasonal for much of our daytime highs. Going to be a beautiful day with some precipitation on its way as well. 16 degrees in Fredericton as well as into Halifax to start your day. 15 in Sydney, 18 degrees in Charlottetown, 15 in St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. The UV index has climbed high to very high across the maritime region, tracking low to high throughout Newfoundland and Labrador due to active weather. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. As you can see here, we did have a few showers early in the morning for parts of the maritime region, clearing out, leaving sunshine. Showers will return for parts of New Brunswick into the afternoon. Newfoundland and Labrador going to deal with some wet weather throughout the day today. And in terms of our wind forecast, another breezy day is ahead. As of right now, 35 kilometers per hour in Canso, 28 into North Cape with 22 in Charlottetown, 24 in Sydney. Wind gusts getting up to 44 kilometers per hour in Canso, 37 in both Charlottetown and North Cape, 31 in Halifax. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police in Halifax were investigating a rare case of swatting in Bedford early Monday morning. Officers responding en masse to a phony call about a shooting and a hostage taking. Police evacuated the apartment complex and got a hold of the individual they believed to be the caller, as well as their parents. All were found to be safe, and the call made to police was fake.
We don't believe that it's a random incident. We believe that the person who we believed was the caller, we believe he was targeted due to an online dispute.
Police say the investigation is still very much ongoing, but this call came from the United States. We're also learning more about an investigation into the theft of stolen artifacts from a New Brunswick senior. As we told you here yesterday, 2 men and a woman restrained an elderly veteran to a chair and looted his Nasonworth home. Various war medals and $45,000 in cash were stolen. Alan Kennedy did not want to appear on camera, but tells CTV News he managed to escape from the chair and rushed over to his neighbors, where he called for help. All 3 suspects are described as tall, thin people who spoke English, who covered their faces during the daytime robbery. While RCMP were not made available to talk on camera, they tell CTV News the investigation is ongoing. There's disappointment and anger in Port Elgin, New Brunswick, after the local food bank was ripped off in a break-in.
I think they're at their wits' end with maybe their lifestyle, maybe their jobs, maybe 100 reasons, I don't know. We would much rather people ask us than take.
The food bank's executive director says someone broke in on the night of July 3rd. Meat, fresh produce, snacks, soap, deodorant, toilet paper, even dog food were stolen in large quantities. RCMP is investigating, but there have been no arrests made yet. The food bank serves around 130 homes in the area. Support from other food banks and residents in the area and also across the country have helped restock the shelves, as well as continuing support from Feed and Bee. In Prince Edward Island, the Green Party now has the same number of seats in the legislature as the opposition Liberals. After counting the ballots, Elections PEI says the unofficial winner in District 16, Cornwall Meadowbank, is Green Party candidate Tate Willows. The agency says Willows received nearly 1,200 votes, representing 39.59% of the 2,990 ballots cast. Overall voter turnout was almost 61%. Willows defeated Island Liberal leader Robert Mitchell. Now, while the Greens and Liberals now have 4 seats apiece in the provincial legislature, the by-election results do not affect the Tory majority. Tributes are pouring in following news Nova Scotia's 25th Premier has died. John Hamm served in the role from 1999 to 2006. A physician by training, Dr. Hamm was first elected as an MLA in Pictou in 1993. Later, as PC leader, he took the party from 3rd place to a majority government. Hamm retired from politics 20 years ago. Paying tribute Monday, Premier Tim Houston said, "I will remember Premier Hamm for his strength, his quiet dignity, and for his determination to improve the lives of the people he served." Nova Scotia flags have been lowered at Province House and all provincial buildings in honor of the late Premier. Now to the prices at the pumps. You will be paying more for diesel in Nova Scotia this morning. Price of diesel increased overnight in the Halifax area by 6.2 cents. The minimum price now $2.10.2 a litre. The Energy Board says the unscheduled price adjustment was necessary due to a significant shift in the market price. Price of gas did not change in Nova Scotia. In Prince Edward Island, the price of gas increased by 2.3 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.89.6, and diesel increased by 7.5 cents. The minimum price now $2.25.9. Prices in New Brunswick did not change overnight. All right, this is a pretty fun story. In Washington State, competitors were chomping at the bit at an annual prehistoric sprint. And they're off. Yeah, you don't need a horse in the race to get a kick out of this. In the final, the leader's inflated suit led to a bruised ego as an untimely tumble allowed another Rex to devour the competition, taking the title of T-Rex World Champion.
Shout out to the one who won, because when the individual went down, this one really picked up the pace. Like I see a window.
My
moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Chance. This is it, right? And it is unfortunate because those costumes are hilarious.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
No.
But they do deflate pretty easily.
They're hard to
It's
run
worth the
in, I'm
replay
sure.
though, right?
Definitely worth the replay. So see the one in the front, sometimes they trip. It doesn't even appear that it's the costume that's at the back.
They didn't even try to get up.
They're extinct.
The green one really looks like it's on the struggle bus.
The one in the unicorn outfit too looks.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I feel like we need a third, maybe fourth pass of that race. Yeah. I'm gonna volunteer to be an official next time they do the T-Rex.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then you'd be like, you know what? I got this, guys. And you put on the suit and you would do it.
That would be fun. Okay, if this is kind of different, but it's something you put on. If you were hoping to purchase a pair of the Tim Hortons themed Crocs, it was a collab between Tim Hortons and Crocs, the shoe company. Well, they sold out right away. None left in any size. These are the shoes. They're a collab between Tim Hortons and Crocs. The limited edition shoes were inspired by the Tim Hortons ice cap. They feature the drink's swirly colors. You can see the actual rubber that they're made out of. And then all of these little widgets came with it. They're $90.
Yeah,
Gibbets.
90.
They're gibbets called. Yeah, the gibbets.
I always forget the name of what they're called.
Liberty gibbet. They're gibbets. Anyway, no word if they're going to restock or not, but people love the idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You can get Crocs at the dollar store.
You can, but it's not the same as real Crocs.
It's true, but it's much cheaper.
My influencer that I follow, very expensive to me, my daughter. Whenever she gets a pair of shoes, she's very close in shoe size, I try, I'm like, those are comfortable. So I went and bought a pair of Crocs.
Nice, good for you.
Yeah, but not those.
My mom has a pair of Crocs, and I have the dollar store version for when I mow the lawn.
Well, mine are just, I thought I'm going to arrive at the place in my life where I can wear real Crocs to take the stuff out to the green bin.
Oh, yeah, right?
That is who I am today. That level of life is who I'm living.
Is that Crystal Garrett?
Yeah.
CTV
Look at her
News?
shoes. She has actual brand name Crocs on to go outside.
Brand name Crocs?
I know.
And the gibbets?
No,
what have we got?
I have one gibbet.
Yeah, they're gibbets.
It was a bok choy given to me by my nephew, Murdoch.
Really?
Yeah, I treasure it. One gibbet. Okay, we got to talk about FIFA. Aoife, fine. Oh, not even time. 2 minutes. If you want, I'll give you more information about my Crocs later. But now we have to move on to the show.
Okay, maybe it's Croc weather out there. Latavia's got the forecast coming up next, right after the break. Let's take a live look at the Confederation Bridge.
By the way, I got them on sale for $30. They weren't even like full price.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible. Yeah, sign me up.
What color are they?
They're bright green, but not neon, like just a dark green.
I like this.
Would have probably picked that color anyway. Yeah.
You know, we're just going to keep going. I think we're going to break. They said yes.
Mercifully, we're going to break, says the control room. Yes.
Thank you, Control Room. Thank you for your patience. Send us your photos of your Crocs. 10400. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7:14. We're taking a live look at a cloudier start to the day over in Burnt Coat Head. 15 degrees early this morning. Clouds expected to clear out, leaving a bit more sunshine into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 17 degrees right now in Halifax, with 16 starting off your day in Charlottetown. 17 degrees in Fredericton, 12 in Labrador City, and 15 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a bit of precipitation tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada this morning. A few showers starting off your day for parts of the Maritime region will clear, though, leaving sunshine. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, also going to see a bit of shower activity, a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon, and also going to see the return of shower activity for parts of New Brunswick this afternoon. Into the evening for all three Maritime provinces, showers and a risk of thunderstorms clearing out before early Wednesday morning. We will be seeing sunshine start off the day on Wednesday. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, though, we are going to see accumulation from this system. Heaviest for New Brunswick into the northern region at 10 to 20 millimeters, 20 to 30 for Charlottetown, and 10 to 20 millimeters also expected for parts of Nova Scotia. For Labrador, the heaviest being 20 to 30 millimeters, 10 to 20 for parts of Newfoundland. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, a few showers will clear, leaving sunshine, but we do have showers returning first into the northern region of the province into the afternoon, a risk of thunderstorms. Daytime highs will range from 20 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, up to 29 in Woodstock and Bathurst. We are going to see wind gusts of 40 kilometers per hour. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 23 to 28, being the warmest into Tignish. A few showers early on, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud across the province. We are going to see showers arrive yet again into the evening. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, a few showers for eastern Nova Scotia to start your day, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud across this part of the province. Showers arrive into the evening, though. Daytime highs will range from 20 degrees in Canso up to 26 in New Glasgow and Truro. Wind gusts getting up to 60. For the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at daytime highs between 21 in Yarmouth up to 29 in Middleton. A mix of sun and cloud today as showers clear out. Evening showers arrive, though, with a risk of thunderstorms. And for Labrador City, a high of 22 today. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day with a high of 21 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Looking at mainly cloudy skies with evening showers expected. That's a look at your weather forecast. Now we're going to throw things over to meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell.
This is the Campfire Conditions Report brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends with the hot, dry start to the week. Campfires are currently not allowed in the province of New Brunswick. In Nova Scotia, there is a mix of restrictions. First of all, in the counties of Annapolis, Kings, Hants, Queens, Lunenburg, and Halifax, campfires are not permitted. The rest of the province, campfires are permitted between 7 p.m. and 8 a.m. And for the province of Prince Edward Island, campfires are currently permitted, with domestic brush burning allowed between the hours of 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. Be sure to check in on any municipal restrictions and bylaws as well.
Now look at international news. In the Middle East, it was another night of the U.S. and Iran trading strikes. U.S. President Donald Trump reinstated his blockade on the Strait of Hormuz and says the U.S. will now charge ships going through. The move is causing oil and gas prices to skyrocket. ABC's Karen Hua is in Washington with the details.
Overnight, the U.S. firing at Iran for 5 hours, trying to stop them from attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Central Command says more than 50,000 service members are currently deployed across the Middle East.
We're attacking them tonight. We're taking out all of their capability for anything having to do with the Strait, with the Hormuz Strait. And I think in the end, we will end up discontrolling the whole thing.
Iran still attacked several ships in the past few days and claims the strait is closed. A spokesman for Iran's foreign minister says the U.S. broke their agreement first.
مستمراً مرتکب.
Before Trump started the war, ships were able to pass freely through the strait without protection. Now President Trump reinstating the blockade on Iranian ports. He also says the U.S. will charge a 20% fee on all cargo that goes through.
In other words, anybody doing business with Iran can't go through. Everyone else will be able to go through.
However, Secretary of State Marco Rubio counters the idea of tolls in the strait.
No country is allowed to charge tolls or fees on an international waterway.
This tension in the Middle East keeping oil and gas prices on the rise. Analysts say gas could top $4 a gallon within a week. Later today, President Trump is set to meet with Iraq's Prime Minister. Karen Hua, ABC News, Washington.
Thank you, Karen. Another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, Child Safety Link will join us with timely advice on potential summer poisons and how to keep kids safe. That's coming up next.
Welcome back. It's almost 7:23. Now, summer brings outdoor adventures and new places to explore for children, but with the fun comes an increased risk of accidental poisoning. Here to help us stay safe this summer is Sarah Mavrak, a health promotion specialist at IWK Child Safety Link. Welcome back, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
So we're talking about poisons again, but specifically summer poisons. What do we need to look out for in the summer?
Yeah, so just as a reminder, a poison is anything that can make you sick if you swallow it, get in your eye, on your skin, anything like that. And during the summer, we sometimes see an increased risk of poisoning because families are out of their typical routine. So kids are not in school anymore, they might be in camps, going to friends' places, or just outside. And these new environments can add a new risk for being exposed to things. But the good news is that most poisonings are preventable.
Okay, great. Yes, that's really important. They are preventable. So what kinds of things should we be looking out for in the summer specifically?
Yeah, so the Poison Center does get calls for a few items a lot in the summer. The first being plants and berries. I think as kids are spending more time outdoors, a lot of times plants and berries can look like things that they normally would eat at home, but the ones that they see in the wild might not be safe.
Yes.
So as a rule of thumb, we always say to teach your kids to look, but not to touch and not to eat, unless a trusted adult says that it's safe. And it's always good to know what's growing in your yard so you can remove anything that could be unsafe. And then another one that we've been seeing a lot this year with the warm, humid weather that we've been getting is mushrooms.
Yes.
Yeah, and so in Atlantic Canada, we actually have over 2,000 different types of mushrooms. And the issue is that many of the very toxic ones look very similar to the non-toxic ones. And so we do recommend that a child never eats a wild mushroom. If you see them in a space where kids are playing, either remove them if you can, or bring kids somewhere else. And if a child were to eat it, it would be an immediate call to the Poison Center.
Absolutely. I did a segment with the Museum of Natural History, and we talked about mushrooms. And there's one particular mushroom in Nova Scotia. I don't know how to identify it, but if you eat it, it's almost certain that you'll die within a few hours.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be picking up. I wouldn't even let the kids touch
Not
the
worth the
mushrooms.
risk. Exactly.
No, not at all. Okay, let's say you have medications. Like, good reminder, you've got medications in the home. As you said, routines are a bit off.
Yeah.
What are some ways we can make sure the kids do not get those?
No, that is very important. So anytime you're in a new space, you want to look from a child's eye level. And so if there's anything, like you said, medications, cannabis, household cleaners that a child can reach, you want to put them out of sight, out of reach, and locked up. We actually have a tool here today that we recommend, and so this is a lock bag. As you can see on top, it has a locking mechanism. This one's a lock and a key, and this is really great because they're very portable and easy to travel. So you can put some smaller sized items like medication and cannabis in here, and then you have peace of mind when you're traveling, as long as you make sure the kids can't get the keys.
That's great for travel, and you were telling me off camera that you could just even use a locked box, for example, like a little money box. Like you could put your things in that and lock it up so the kids can't get at it.
Yeah, there's different variations, and they're great to use in different parts of your homes for different things.
Absolutely. A reminder, too, that poisons, we often think of cleaning products, but of course, gardening products, fertilizers, and that type of thing, they can kind of smell interesting, and they might attract a child.
Exactly, and oftentimes when we think of like a shed or a garage, it might be a little bit easier to access, and sometimes people will put things into other items, and that can be really confusing for a child. So you want to follow those same rules: out of sight, out of reach, and locked up wherever possible. So whether you're putting a lock on the shed or you're using cabinet locks, there's lots of ways to do it.
Okay, real quick before we go, if your child comes in contact, what's the number we call?
1-844-POISON-X, and you want to make sure you're putting that number somewhere where you can see it if you need it, so either on a cell phone or on a fridge. The Poison Center is available 24/7. They're there to help you, walk you through each step of the way.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thanks.
We put that more information on our website, too, about child safety, link, and poison safety. It's now 7:26. We will take a quick break. We'll be back with more Your Morning Atlantic right after this.
Still ahead, coming up in this half hour, from idea to income. Tia Abshah is here to talk about a new program designed to support Black female entrepreneurs across Atlantic Canada. That conversation coming up in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Halfway through the show already on this Tuesday, July 14th. So glad you can join us. So glad that it's summertime.
Yes.
So I was out for a little walk after dinner with the dogs last night, and I thought, you know what? I'm just so happy about right now. I love that it was warm and the sun was shining. It was like hot, but there was a bit of a breeze, and that was still quite bright. Like late in the evening.
Yes.
We have to savor these times.
Nice. It's so true. It was 8:30 when we were telling our son, like, yeah, it's time for bed. And he's like, but it's still bright outside. But it's still 8:30.
Yeah. That's why we have blackout curtains. We're like, we don't know what time it is. Everyone needs to go to sleep.
Yeah,
it's true.
Shut it down.
Changer.
It really helps, especially with kids. Yeah.
Like imagine, like, let's rewind a little bit. A few months back when it was dark at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, I know.
Like dark.
Exactly.
And cold.
Yeah. See, what your child's older, so he's smart. He knows that it's sunshine outside. My babies are still little, so when we close those curtains, they're like, oh, I guess it's nighttime.
Yes,
Look at that.
Don't you wish you could be like that? Like remember, I never had a bird, but imagine, I think when you put a cover over the bird cage, like the bird goes right to bed. Well, if only it was that easy sometimes to fall asleep.
For us, it's not the same. Yeah, I'll go sit outside on the porch and have a little drink before I go to sleep.
Yeah, a little something like that.
Something soothing.
And it's also nice to hear the birds chirping, too, at night. I find it...
And morning.
In the morning.
Yeah, so beautiful. All right, so, I mean, it looks like even if it's rainy and cloudy, it's still really nice this time of year.
Yes, you know what, you were talking about the grass earlier this morning.
That was a little brown in places.
Yeah, we need the precipitation, right?
Yes,
so
we do.
definitely a welcome later on today. Here's a live look at Port de Grave. A bit of a cloudier start to the day, currently 14 degrees in your area. Expecting mainly cloudy skies to stick around throughout the day today before showers move in this evening. We are going to see a bit of precipitation earlier on for parts of Atlantic Canada, something to keep in mind when you are heading out early this morning. 17 degrees to start your day in Halifax, 16 right now in Charlottetown, 17 in Fredericton, 12 degrees in Labrador City. Keep in mind sun safety, though, when you are heading out, even if you do have a bit of cloud coverage, the UV index is tracking high to very high across the maritime region due to some active weather tracking low to high throughout your day today for Newfoundland and Labrador. So here's a look at the system moving in for parts of Atlantic Canada. We saw a few showers early in the morning for parts of the maritime region, clearing out, leaving sunshine. We will be seeing showers return into the afternoon for parts of New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Also going to see a bit of shower activity today with the risk of thunderstorms. Over to our current wind forecast. A breezy day ahead for the maritime region. As you can see here, 37 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in Canso, 31 into North Cape. We're looking at 26 in Halifax, 22 in Charlottetown. Wind gusts getting up to 48 kilometers per hour in Canso, 35 in Charlottetown, as well as into Halifax, 31 in Moncton and Grand Etang. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. The Green Party now has the same number of seats in PEI's legislature as the opposition Liberals. After counting the ballots, Elections PEI says the unofficial winner in District 16 Cornwall Meadowbank is Green Party candidate Tate Willows. The agency says Willows received nearly 1,200 votes, representing nearly 40% of the 2,990 ballots cast. Overall, voter turnout was almost 61%. Notably, Willows defeated Island Liberal leader Robert Mitchell. While the Greens and Liberals now hold 4 seats apiece in the provincial legislature, the by-election results do not affect the Tory majority. Police in Halifax are investigating a rare case of swatting in Bedford early yesterday morning. Officers responded to a phony call en masse about a shooting and hostage taking. Police evacuated the apartment complex and got a hold of the individual they believed to be the caller, as well as their parents. All were found to be safe and the call fake.
We don't believe that it's a random incident. We believe that the person who we believed was the caller, we believe he was targeted due to an online dispute.
Police say the investigation is ongoing, but they do say this call came from the United States. We're also learning more about an investigation into the theft of stolen artifacts from a New Brunswick senior. As we told you here yesterday, 2 men and a woman restrained an elderly veteran to a chair and looted his Nason Worth home. Various war medals and $45,000 in cash were stolen. Alan Kennedy did not want to appear on camera, but tells CTV News he managed to free himself and went to his neighbors to call for help. All 3 suspects are described as tall, thin people who spoke English, who cover their faces during the robbery as well. RCMP were not available to speak on camera, but do tell CTV News the investigation is ongoing. Now to the latest prices at the pumps. You will be paying more for diesel in Nova Scotia this morning. The price of diesel increased in the Halifax area by 6.2 cents. The minimum price in Zone 1 now $2.10.2 a litre. The Energy Board says the unscheduled price adjustment was necessary due to a significant shift in the market price. Price of gas did not change in Nova Scotia. In Prince Edward Island, price of gas did change. It increased by 2.3 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.89.6. And diesel on the island increased by 7.5 cents. The minimum price now $2.25.9. Prices in New Brunswick did not change overnight. Now, it was supposed to be in place last fall, but transit users in Halifax still can't tap and go to ride buses and ferries. Here's a look at that story.
Sometimes coins may get stuck or people don't have the exact change. Those issues could arise when paying Halifax transit fares. But there's also an app or ticket books that can be purchased. Still, Mayor Andy Fillmore says tap to pay is a very important addition to the mix, so riders have the right to be frustrated that the rollout is delayed.
It is well behind the times. This is not new technology. This is proven technology that's been around for at least a decade. I'm as frustrated as anybody.
During budget deliberations, councillors opted to increase transit fares from $3 to $3.25 starting late September, so they decided to roll out tap to pay at the same time. But a new report to council tomorrow says that's not possible now, and late December is the new target. Staff say the delay is recommended to allow sufficient time for development and integration work to ensure the system meets required performance, reliability, security, and user experience standards. Visitors who spoke to CTV were caught off guard to learn exact change or an app are needed.
I'm kind of surprised. I did live in Toronto for a long time, and we've had tap there for as long as I can remember.
I'm from Vancouver. I mean, for us, we actually use the credit cards and interact or non-payment for taps, and it's very convenient, especially for visitors who don't have time or don't know where to go to grab any change or to get a cards or anything like that.
I'm visiting, and I actually downloaded the app because trying to find $5 to get out to the airport, that's always a bit of a challenge. Yeah, but the app was simple.
Fillmore says he'll ask councillors to support an alternative motion to delay the fare increase until TAP is ready, which would cost about $290,000 of revenue. The deputy mayor says it's important to get TAP right, especially with heightened cybersecurity concerns.
My focus is really going to be on making sure that what the system offers is secure, is reliable, and does have a good user experience.
Callum Smith, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you so much, Callum, and thanks for sticking with us with that technical error there.
Yeah, we just had a little camera.
Woo-oo, woo-oo. Wonky. Having a little fun. Now you get to see what the 6 o'clock set looks like in the morning.
Exactly.
No lights.
There's no
Todd
is not there. He doesn't live on the set. Can you imagine like one of those fortune tellers in a like arcade?
Got to put in a coin.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's take a little trip to Hong Kong for free, shall we? Nearly 1,000 restaurants in that city are opening their doors to dogs. New regulations in Hong Kong are allowing dogs to eat at designated restaurants with their owners. City officials have a team of 90 people carrying out on-site inspections to help with compliance and answer questions for business owners. Of course, there are some rules. Dogs must be on leash no longer than 1.5 meters, and they must be held by an adult or secured to a fixed object.
Fair.
Yes, they're allowed in some establishments in our region. The Oxford Tap Room allows dogs in that right inside.
Very cool.
And others have them allowed on the patio around here.
I love that. Maybe you're cheersing to getting a new pet. This summer. That could be something. I know my sister and her family in Waramukto, they just got 2 kittens.
Oh, that's nice.
2 kittens from the New Brunswick SPCA.
So cute.
Yeah, so we're throwing the question to you this morning. Send us a text at 10400. We would love to hear from you. What are you cheersing to this summer? Something that you are celebrating. Maybe it's just the weather. Maybe it's an accomplishment you've made. We want to know 10400, and we'll share your answers a little later.
Love that. I'm cheersing to just beautiful weather, that it is summer, and trying to make the most of every day.
Absolutely.
So far, so good.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. All right, so coming up next, Latavia has the latest look at the forecast and also supporting Black women entrepreneurs. We get the details on a new program coming up in this week's Tia Tuesday. Tia joins us right after this.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 7:44. We're taking a live look at the Confederation Bridge. A bit of precipitation early this morning is expected. Currently 16 degrees in your area. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures slowly rising. As of right now, 17 degrees as you head outdoors in Halifax. 15 degrees early this morning in Yarmouth. 16 in Charlottetown. 17 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton, with 15 in Happy Valley Goose Bay and into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. We do have a bit of precipitation tracking early this morning for parts of Atlantic Canada. Expected to clear out for the Maritime region, leaving sunshine this afternoon. But for Newfoundland and Labrador, holding on to a bit of precipitation throughout the day today, a risk of thunderstorms as well. Then into the afternoon, we will be seeing a chance of showers starting off into northern New Brunswick first, a risk of thunderstorms spreading across all 3 maritime provinces. We are going to see precipitation into tonight, carrying into early Wednesday morning before clearing out, leaving sunshine in the forecast for Wednesday before a chance of showers is expected to return. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, the heaviest for New Brunswick will be 10 to 20 millimeters for the northern region. 20 to 30 millimeters expected for Charlottetown, with 10 to 20 into parts of Nova Scotia. Heaviest for Labrador being 20 to 30 millimeters, and 10 to 20 expected for Corner Brook and Port aux Basques. For forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 20 degrees in St. John up to 29 in Bathurst and Woodstock. We will be seeing a few showers starting off your day, clearing, leaving sunshine across the province, but returning into the northern region this afternoon. A risk of thunderstorms, and then that will spread across the province into the afternoon and evening. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 23 to 28, being the warmest in Tignish. We do have a few showers starting off the day as well. We'll clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud across the island before showers return into the evening. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, same thing. We're expecting a few showers early in the morning for eastern Nova Scotia. Expected to clear, leaving sunshine returning into the evening hours. Daytime highs will range from 20 degrees in Canso up to 26 in New Glasgow, as well as into Truro, wind gusts of 60. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud as a few showers start to clear out. We will be seeing evening showers for this part of the province. Highs between 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in Middleton, wind gusts of 40. Labrador City is looking at shower activity and a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day with a high of 22. 21 into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at mainly cloudy skies with evening showers moving in as well. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Crystal.
Yeah. Thanks so much. It's 7:47, and it is an exciting time for friend Tia Upshaw. It's Tia Tuesday, and Black Women in Excellence is about to launch a new program called Idea to Income Pan-Atlantic Project, which will support Black women entrepreneurs across Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland and Labrador. And this project will include workshops, networking, mentorship, and more. So here to give us all the details is the CEO and founder of Black Women in Excellence, Tia Upshaw.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good
Tia,
morning.
Good morning. So let's save our time to talk about this. I know that you started Black Women in Excellence to have an impact on women entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
You must be just thrilled that you are now able to connect with women across Atlantic Canada.
I'm more than thrilled, honored, you know, excited, thrilled. You'd start an organization from nothing, from scratch in 2020, and to where we're at today in 2026 is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I am so inspired by the fact that you just had this notion to help people and then you took action and made it happen.
Yes.
Very few people could do that, but here you are. You've made it happen to the point now where it would be wonderful if we could clone Tia and have you like many, many Tias, but there's only one.
I wish they could clone me, give me more time to do other things.
So you are able to expand your impact into these provinces by leveraging partnerships. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, literally the partnerships are the key to how this project is able to do what it's going to do. And you have to put yourself out there. You have to reach out to people you don't know. You have to reach out to organizations you don't know, or you may, you know, be uncomfortable reaching out because they're going to say no, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about the no. No's don't kill me at all. We'll hear no all the time. And I always tell people the best thing that can happen is someone can say yes. And that's what's been happening. Every time I reach out to different organizations or businesses or vendors, food caterers, they're all saying yes. We want to be a part of this.
Amazing. Okay, so let's get to the nuts and bolts. How does this actually work?
So we did it into a model of doing workshops.
Okay.
What I found is that when you're working with Black women entrepreneurs, they have a lot of stuff on the go. They're moms, you know, they're caregivers, they're this, they're that, right? They can't just stop everything they're doing to come into a session in person. So we do everything virtual, everything is in workshops, because I am new to the microeducation process.
Okay.
I love microeducation, everything, you know, impactful but small. So we do them in 2-hour to 4-hour segments, and we have not Tia facilitating, which is great too. We have 17 different facilitators that we brought in to facilitate their expertise. So it goes from like content marketing using AI with George Hanna, Amanda Rogers being grant ready, to Kyla Derry, you know, around healing. So we implemented so many different pieces to the workshops. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How do people get access to this?
I mean, you just got to go to our website. Go to our website at bwiecanada.com/idea to income, and it's free. Anybody can register. If you're a Black woman in business, Crystal, I don't care if you have an idea and you haven't really planted the seed, I want you to register. If you're already in business for 3-5 years, I don't care. I want you to register.
Yeah.
I want to build the ecosystem.
That's fantastic. Before we go, just what would be the biggest barrier that exists at this moment for Black entrepreneurs?
I would say there's 3. There would be access to mentorship, access to resources, and the biggest one obviously is access to capital.
Okay, all right. Well, at least this free access to this workshop is a great starting point for a lot of people.
I'm excited for it. I think this whole program is going to do a lot. It's the first one that's been done for Black women across Atlantic Canada. So I'm excited to be the first one.
Well, congratulations to
you. Thank you.
And we have put that website on ours to make it easy for you to find more information. And now we'll turn our attention over to Amanda with Health and Medical News.
Thank you so much, ladies. Health and medical news now. A new study finds the surge in use of drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy has been accompanied by a surge in preventable calls to poison control. It's one of the topics in your health. Researchers at the University of Texas, San Antonio looked at calls to poison control before and after 2021. That's the year U.S. officials first approved those GLP-1 drugs to be used for chronic weight management alongside diabetes. Before that switch, the call centers got roughly 1,000 to 1,500 calls about GLP-1s. The figure had reached more than 8,000 calls by 2023. The authors say most cases stem from unintentional dosing errors. They argue better patient education around weight loss drugs is crucial to reduce preventable mistakes. Canada's health agency says a cyclospora outbreak in Michigan has not spread here. Michigan has reported a little more than 1,200 cases, far above the 50 usually seen in a year, and that its source remains unknown. Experts say the outbreak could be linked to contaminated food sold or prepared locally, and that tracing it is difficult because symptoms can take weeks to appear. Cyclospora can cause weeks of watery diarrhea and stomach symptoms, but it does not spread directly from person to person. Finally, your teen just got a concussion. Should you take their phone away?
New research says the answer may surprise you. In a report from the British Journal of Sports Medicine, teens with a new concussion who had around 2.5 hours of daily screen time recovered 35% faster than those with more or less screen time. Researchers suggest that moderate screen time keeps youth socially connected and mentally engaged, which may support recovery without worsening symptoms. Still, experts say this is only one study, and the results should be taken with a grain of salt.
We have no milestones to pass along for you today, but if you'd like to see previously aired milestones or find out how to submit one, you can visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder that milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance. Now, this next story is for the birds in the best possible way.
Yes, students at St. Mary's University are tagging a certain type of bird for scientific research. CTV's Emma Convey has the story.
This European starling hatched 11 days ago. It lives with its parents in a nesting box at this university campus.
It's an open-ended learner. That means that the males learn songs throughout their life. They're not limited to a critical window of time to actually learn their songs.
The species is not native to Nova Scotia, but has adapted to the environment here. Biology professor Colleen Barber has been studying them for 20 years.
We go right up to, from nest building. We look at egg weights and egg sequence. We look at hatching success, how the nestlings do. We measure them. We look at their condition.
There are 45 nesting boxes on St. Mary's University campus. This group of students has been outside with the birds 7 days a week since April.
About 60 grams.
Today is the last day for hands-on learning because the nesting cycle is over. Each student has their own area of focus.
Birds actually sing to attract their mates, so I'm looking into seeing whether males with more complex songs, so they sing longer, have larger repertoires, end up getting more mates.
Hoping to be looking at the nest material in the starling nest, so after the chicks are done fledging, we'll take the nest and I'll be going through it.
What bird chooses to mate with who? It's very interesting because they do form pair bonds and they live together and work at that box. However, they also seek out mates outside of that pair bond.
The students say this bird's eye view will only benefit future endeavors in the field, like keeping a close eye on population numbers around here.
Their populations, despite being urban thrivers, are declining, not like in their native zones where they're steeply crashing, but here they're declining about 1% a year.
While looking at the impact a changing urban environment has on the species.
Already found that nestlings exposed to traffic noise are able to elevate the frequency of their calls so to unmask them so that the parents can hear them. We're now looking at all the garbage that's incorporated into the nests.
Research that's far from over as Professor Colleen Barber continues to inspire students to keep a close eye on the birds.
All right, now we're going to take a look at our 3-day forecast. A few showers to start your day in New Brunswick, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud, but showers are expected to return. A risk of thunderstorms with a high of 29. 28 degrees on Wednesday, starting off the day with sunshine, scattered showers, and a risk of thunderstorms returns into the afternoon. And then on Thursday, 25 degrees, looking at a mix of sun and cloud with isolated showers for parts of the province. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, evening showers. 27 on Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud to start the day, a low chance of showers with a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. And we're looking at 25 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud with evening showers. Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud, evening showers expected. 26 on Wednesday, mainly sunny skies, cooling down to 24 on Thursday, evening showers return.
It's Tuesday, July 14th. Today on your Morning Atlantic, former Nova Scotia Premier John Hamm has died at the age of 88. We'll look at the tributes just ahead in your news headlines.
And adorable adoptables. We'll chat with the Nova Scotia SPCA about the animals in their care right now and what we can do to help the shelters. Some of these animals are a little unconventional. We'll explain in about 15 minutes on your Morning Atlantic.
Conventional.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder. here. You piqued my interest.
Yeah. We'll see what they have in store, but it's not just dogs and cats at the SPCA.
Absolutely not, yeah.
Many different creatures.
Looking forward to that interview. Not necessarily raining cats and dogs out there, that's for sure.
Well, we can use some rain. I noticed how patchy brown the grass is in certain spots.
I know, it's been quite dry for a while.
Yeah.
We've been seeing a chance of showers in the forecast, quite low and spotting this activity, so we haven't been getting the precipitation we need.
Yeah.
We are going to see some totals from this system moving in. Yeah.
Okay, and you explain in the big forecast coming up when that system
it's
is
a bit of
moving
like
in.
here and there, showers early in the morning for parts of the Maritime region clearing, and then we have showers returning. But we are going to see showers for parts of all 3 maritime provinces, Newfoundland and Labrador, at some point today.
Today. Okay,
yes.
that's all I need to know. Just have the old rain stuff ready. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Eyes on the skies.
Yeah, eyes on. Oh, I like that.
Looks gorgeous though over in
I like this too. Don't you?
Yeah,
I like it.
Blue Nose not there this morning.
No.
Oh gosh, it must be out tooling around. What fun.
I know they started their tours end of June for this.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well underway.
Fun schooner.
Yes. This is gorgeous. A beautiful start to the day, as you can see here. We are going to see sunshine sticking around into the afternoon as well, so it's going to still be a beautiful day. Temperatures will still continue to be above seasonal for much of them. As of right now, 17 degrees in Halifax with 15 starting off your day in Sydney, 16 in Charlottetown, 14 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, as well as into Labrador City, 16 degrees over in Corner Brook. So make sure to keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. The UV index has climbed to high and very high across the Maritime region, tracking low to high across Newfoundland and Labrador due to some active weather we're seeing in the forecast. And in terms of our satellite and radar, you can see here a few systems will track across the Maritimes today. A low chance of showers starting off your day for parts of the Maritime region early this morning will clear, leaving sunshine. We do have another system that will make its way over to New Brunswick first into the afternoon, and Newfoundland and Labrador also going to see some wet weather tracking across both those provinces today. In terms of the wind for the Maritimes, it's going to be a breezy day ahead. As of right now, 37 kilometers per hour in Canso, 31 into North Cape. We're looking at 26 in Halifax, 22 in Charlottetown. Wind gusts getting up to 48 in Canso, 35 kilometers per hour in both Charlottetown and Halifax, 31 in Grand Jetang. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. The Green Party now has the same number of seats in PEI's legislature as the opposition Liberals. After counting the ballots, Elections PEI says the unofficial winner in District 16, Cornwall Meadowbank, is Green Party candidate Tate Willows. The agency says Willows received nearly 1,200 votes, representing nearly 40% of the 2,990 ballots cast. Overall voter turnout was almost 61%. Notably, Willows defeated Island Liberal leader Robert Mitchell. Now, while the Greens and Liberals now hold 4 seats apiece in the provincial legislature, the by-election results do not affect the Tory majority. Tributes are pouring in following news Nova Scotia's 25th premier has died. John Hamm served in the role from 1999 to 2006. A physician by training, Dr. Hamm was first elected as an MLA in Pictou in 1993. Later, as PC leader, he took the party from 3rd place to a majority government. Hamm retired from politics 20 years ago. Paying tribute Monday, Premier Tim Houston said, "I will remember Premier Hamm for his strength, his quiet dignity, and for his determination to improve the lives of the people he served." Nova Scotia flags have been lowered at Province House and all provincial buildings in honor of the late premier. A 29-year-old man is dead following a crash between a motorcycle and a tractor trailer in Cavendish late Monday afternoon. Police were called to Route 6 near the Raspberry Point Oyster Bar around 3:45 p.m. Police say it does not appear alcohol or drugs were a factor. There is significant damage to a home after a fire in Dartmouth Monday. Crews were called to this house on Braemar Drive just yesterday afternoon. They made quick work of the flames, but there was extensive damage to the structure, especially on one side. One person was home at the time but didn't immediately notice the fire. Neighbors alerted her to the danger. And a fire broke out just before 4 p.m. Monday at a 16-unit apartment building on Main Street in Middleton. The fire was contained to one unit on an upper floor. Fire Chief Mike Toole tells CTV News residents remained evacuated last night, but the Red Cross is helping with accommodations. Crews from a number of surrounding departments also helped with the firefighting effort. Toole says the cause is considered accidental. There was disappointment and anger in Port Elgin, New Brunswick, after the local food bank was robbed.
I think they're at their wits' end with maybe their lifestyle, maybe their jobs, maybe 100 reasons, I don't know. We would much rather people ask us than take.
The food bank's executive director says someone broke in on the night of July 3rd. Meat, fresh produce, snacks, soap, deodorant, toilet paper, even dog food was stolen in large quantities. The RCMP is investigating, but so far no arrests have been made. The food bank serves around 130 homes in the area. Support from other food banks and residents from locally and across the country have helped restock the shelves. Halifax Regional Council is considering going paperless in the next municipal election. It wouldn't be much of a stretch. In the last election, the vast majority of votes were cast electronically, 70%, in fact.
HRM has utilized alternative voting since 2008 and has seen a fairly consistent increase in the usage of alternative internet voting.
Given the fact that more and more people are voting electronically and it hasn't hurt the turnout rate, it's important for us to then say, okay, if the democratic function is working, are cost savings possible?
Council will debate the report when they meet later this morning. Finally, we end with prices at the pumps. You will be paying more for diesel in Nova Scotia this morning. Price of diesel increased in the Halifax area by 6.2 cents overnight. The minimum price for Zone 1 now $2.10.2 a litre. The Energy Board says the unscheduled price adjustment was necessary due to a significant shift in the market price. Price of gas did not change in Nova Scotia. In Prince Edward Island, price of gas increased by 2.3 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.89.6, and diesel increased by 7.5 cents. The minimum price now $2.25.9 a litre, and prices in New Brunswick did not change overnight. And we're expecting prices again to change Friday morning. I'll have those numbers for you later on in the week. But for now, that's what you'll be paying at the pumps.
Yeah, it's interesting when they do that price adjustment, what they call
because
it,
of
the
market prices,
clause.
the interrupter clause. Yeah, PEI is changing their pump prices now on Tuesdays and Fridays, but Nova Scotia, it's not a regular scheduled adjustment.
All right. Well, I've been paying close attention to your national and international news because
yes,
you've got this heat wave that's moving east, probably going to hit us eventually because it was out west. Now it's hitting on the Ontario-Quebec corridor. Probably heading our way. So these animals in central China are kind of showing us maybe a little prediction of what our future is going to look like. How to stay cool when the temperature gets hot. They've got a number of measures in place to keep the animals cool. Air conditioning, of course. For example, the pandas really rely on that. Even the red pandas are like, this is hot. So they've got fans for them. Also, they have measures where they give the animals, well, they let them splash in the water, of course, but they give them chilled treats as well.
Oh, I love those videos.
Healthy animal treats encased in capybaras do like actually hot tubs, so they're not caring. The tigers also in the shade.
Oh.
Basically, you know what this was, just an excuse to show all these animals.
Yeah, this was just a good excuse to show them.
They're so adorable.
See, they're like, get shade, cool off in the water.
Go for it, jump in.
Jump.
Ooh, let's have a little mist.
Get a little mist.
It's so cute.
That's my World Cup, seeing the animals doing the things that they do. But if you want to watch the actual World Cup, well, there's not much left. Today, semifinal action on CTV, TSN, and Crave. That's where you can watch it. Because of that, though, our news shows are impacted tonight. So CTV News at 5 and CTV News at 6 are moved from the normal CTV home over to our house. Come on in, guys. We've got a nice little setup for you. And so you can get the details at that QR code or at ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Semifinals tomorrow, too.
Yeah, today, Spain and France, 4 p.m. Atlantic time. Tomorrow, it's London, or not London, England, excuse me, and Argentina.
Yes. Yes, and then
winding down.
Third place playoff Saturday, final Sunday. And
exciting time. Maybe stay inside and somewhere with some AC and watch that. Latavia has a look at the showers we can expect today in her Tuesday forecast. And plus, I'll have a look at your national news headlines. Good morning, Graham and Ann. We'll be right back after this.
Happy Tuesday, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 8:13. We're taking a live look at a cloudy start to the day over in Hampton. 15 degrees early this morning. We will be seeing a bit of shower activity move in this evening. So weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. We are seeing a pretty decent start to the day in terms of temperatures. 17 degrees right now in Halifax, 18 now in Sydney, so definitely seeing a warm up. 16 degrees starting off your day in Charlottetown, 20 degrees in Bathurst, 17 in Fredericton, 14 degrees starting off your day in Labrador City, and 15 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We will be seeing sunshine early this morning for parts of the Maritime region as that cloud coverage begins to break down into the later this morning and afternoon. We will be seeing a bit more sunshine. A few showers to start your day for parts of Prince Edward Island, parts of Nova Scotia. That will clear out, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Now, Newfoundland and Labrador are expecting showers, a risk of thunderstorms as well. But into the afternoon for the northern region of the province, we will be seeing a few showers return, a risk of thunderstorms that will spread across all three maritime provinces into tonight, clearing out before early Wednesday morning. We will be seeing sunshine return for the maritime region before a chance of showers returns into the afternoon. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we are going to see accumulation from this system. Heaviest for northern New Brunswick at 10 to 20 millimeters, 20 to 30 for Charlottetown. For Nova Scotia, the heaviest being 10 to 20 millimeters. And then for Labrador, we're looking at around 20 to 30 millimeters, and the heaviest for Newfoundland at 10 to 20. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, a few showers to start your day, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud across the province, returning into the northern region of the province this afternoon, spreading across the province into the evening, and daytime highs ranging from 20 to 29. Prince Edward Island looking at highs between 23 to 28. A mix of sun and cloud today as a few showers clear out early in the morning. Showers will return across the island into the evening, and wind gusts getting up to 40 kilometers per hour. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, going to see a few showers for eastern Nova Scotia to start your day. Will clear, leaving sunshine, although returning into the evening for this part of the province. Highs will range from 20 degrees in Canso up to 26 in New Glasgow and Truro. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, also going to see a bit of shower activity early in the morning, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. Evening showers expected with highs between 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in Middleton. For Labrador City, showers today, a risk of thunderstorms with a high of 22. 21 into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at mainly cloudy skies. Evening showers expected. That's a look at your weather. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Health officials warning the public about another rapidly rising tick-borne disease. CTV's Adrian Gabriel has the details.
In tall grass and along nature trails, a growing danger is lurking. Black-legged ticks have been expanding their geographical footprint in Canada, driven in part by milder winters. And now this Canadian Medical Journal report is flagging that a number of ticks aren't just carrying Lyme disease, some are spreading anaplasmosis. While rare, the tick-borne disease can be fatal.
There have been, unfortunately, 3 or 4 deaths related to anaplasmosis in the province of Ontario in the last 1 to 2 years.
They thought that he was not going to make it.
During a long nature walk with his dogs in Halifax, Nova Scotia in July of 2022, Perry Horn believes he was bitten by a tick.
He had a high fever, so much so that the bed was shaking.
He was sent home after his first 2 trips to Dartmouth General Hospital. Doctors initially thought he had COVID, though with his health rapidly declining, he was rushed back to the ER for a 3rd visit.
I woke up, my fingers were purple. My heart and kidneys were failing.
By noon the next day, the doctor was rushing him to the ICU because he wasn't getting any better and they had no idea what was going on.
It's there in the ICU that Horn was diagnosed with anaplasmosis. The most recent national data shows there were roughly 5,800 reported cases of tick-borne illness in Canada in 2024. More than 2,300 of those cases were found in each of Ontario and Nova Scotia. More than 830 were reported in Quebec, though case counts that include anaplasmosis are now believed to be even higher.
The doctor that looked after me said I was possibly the first case in Nova Scotia.
Anaplasmosis is now the 2nd most common tick-borne illness in Canada. The Horns are sharing their story to spread awareness across the country.
Nearly took me.
I had no idea if my husband was coming out of ICU.
Federal funding for TickNet Canada that brought together doctors and researchers who are battling the rise in tick-borne diseases came to an end in March, along with vital work that was being done. The government agency responsible for the cutbacks was unable to answer our questions before our deadline. Adrian Gobriel, CTV News, Hamilton, Ontario.
Thank you, Adrian. And coming up next, we'll be taking a look at small critters that are much more adorable than ticks. The conversation with Nova Scotia's SPCA right after this.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It's 8:23. Can you hear Sunshine speaking? Just a gentle little purr. This is a guinea pig. It is one of the animals that you can adopt from the Nova Scotia SPCA. We often think of dogs and cats, but they have critters really of all kinds up for adoption at the SPCA, and at any given time, the selection can be varied. We're joined by Sarah Lyons from NSSPCA today. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Who do you have with you?
I have Shadow.
Shadow and Sunshine are a bonded pair.
They are. They are very social males. They're young. They're just under a year old, and they love to hang out together.
They're really beautiful guinea pigs.
They're
gentle. They're clean. They don't smell. They're great. I have never had a guinea pig as a pet. What are they like as a pet?
So they're very social. They do cute little squeals when they're happy. They love to like burrow into like different like paper. You could do paper castles, but they're just all around a great animal to have as a companion.
Yeah, they're very, they do require care. Do you know what they need for care?
So just like all companion animals, they're going to need, fresh water, healthy food, shelter. With guinea pigs, because they are part of the rodent family, they're prone to scurvy, so they need a good diet, but their teeth also never stop growing.
Yes.
So that helps as well to have a good diet where they can chomp on some veggies.
They need to eat veggies. Do they eat hay like a rabbit does?
No.
They don't? Okay, because I know that my rabbit, Gunther, we had to encourage him to eat hay to keep his teeth down because they would just grow and grow and grow.
But they love to play in the hay.
Yeah.
So, we've got their little...
They play in the hay, and they also love to eat veggies, which is very healthy. We could all learn from their example. All right, what kind of other animals? I noticed there was a set of budgies.
Yes, so in Cape Breton. Last year, we adopted out over 350 what we call pocket critters.
Okay.
And pocket critters can be guinea pigs, hamsters, snakes, rats, rabbits, and birds.
What's the adoption process like for a special critter?
So they all have different adoption prices.
Okay.
So the best thing is to come into your local SPCA and talk about the animal that you're interested in adopting.
I noticed you have a few guinea pigs through the system, some in Dartmouth, some are bonded together. What does that mean to have a bonded pair?
It means that they need to be adopted together.
Okay.
So when you come in looking for one guinea pig, your chances are you might have two. Same with the rabbits. They just are social creatures, and so they like to be together.
They do. They are social creatures, and you kind of get what you put into it. If you do give them the love and attention that you can every day,
exactly,
they are going to be social with you. Look at this little somebody loves Sunshine. This is a beautiful creature, and if you love the idea of a capybara, this is a little miniature version you can have in your home. I do love that idea. Gosh, I adopted a bonded pair of dogs, so I probably don't have room in my life for these particular pair, but somebody should adopt these little guys. They're wonderful.
Well, and if you have restrictions on what kind of pets you could have in your home, they're pet friendly, so, if you can't have dogs, you could have hamster, or you could have pocket critters, basically.
I love the idea of a pocket critter. What's the most unusual critter in your memory that you've adopted out with the Nova Scotia SPCA?
I have seen a lot of bearded dragons.
Okay.
Which I had never met before.
Yeah.
Starting to work at the SPCA.
That would be beautiful. At one point, I think you had almost a dozen snakes.
Yes, we did. When I first started, we had a lot of snakes. They can range from pythons to corn snakes, all kinds.
Well, the wonderful thing is if you are interested in having a pet, you are going to give these creatures a second chance. And there's so much life and so much you can learn from a pet, too.
Definitely.
Sarah, thank you so much for bringing in Sunshine and Shadow today.
Thank you.
They can be yours. Look how cute they are, Latavia.
They are so adorable.
All right, we're going to take another look at the weather for New Brunswick. 29 degrees today. A few showers will clear, leaving sunshine. Showers expected to return, though, for parts of the province this afternoon. 28 degrees on Wednesday. Sunshine starts off the day. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected to return, though. And then on Thursday, 25 with a low chance of showers into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud, evening showers. 27 on Wednesday, seeing sunshine start off the day. Isolated showers and risk of thunderstorms expected to return. And then on Thursday, sunshine with evening showers and a high of 25. Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, evening showers, mainly sunny on Wednesday with a high of 26. 24 degrees on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud, but evening showers will return across the island.
Coming up in this half hour, we're diving into summer. We'll check out some of the great programming at the Beatty Center for Marine Biodiversity. Those details coming up in our last 30 minutes of the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:30. We are going to see some sunshine in the region. It's going to be a nice, beautiful day ahead, but we do have welcomed precipitation tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada.
All right.
Yeah, much needed.
Much needed. It's worth noting, as much as I know us three celebrate the heat and the sunshine, as we've seen over the past few years. We don't want it to get too dry out there, especially for too long.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I'm very curious to see when it's not coming through and where we're going to get the rain.
It's a little bit of everywhere.
Okay, yep.
Unfortunately, for the forecast today.
That's
so
okay.
just be prepared for it. Yeah. Because parts of the region are already seeing precipitation early on and then clearing out. Here's a live look at Halifax. Not currently seeing any precipitation in our area. 17 degrees to start your day. It is a bit cloudy to start. We will be seeing a bit more sunshine expected this afternoon. Shower activity not expected to arrive into this evening. So it is 15 degrees starting off your day in Yarmouth, 18 now in Sydney, 16 degrees in Charlottetown, 20 degrees in Bathurst with 17 in Fredericton, 14 degrees in Labrador City and 15 starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when you head out today. The UV index is now tracking high to very high across the Maritime region, taking a bit of a dip for Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking low to high throughout your day today. We do have precipitation starting off early this morning for parts of the Maritime region. Will clear out, though, leaving sunshine. We will be seeing precipitation return for northern New Brunswick this afternoon. Now, Newfoundland and Labrador are going to see a bit of shower activity throughout the day today with a risk of thunderstorms. And in terms of the wind forecast, we are going to see a bit of a breeze today across the Maritime region, 37 kilometers per hour right now in Canso, with 35 into North Cape, 26 in Sydney, 22 in Halifax. Wind gusts getting up to 48 kilometers per hour in Canso, 39 in Sydney, 30 in Shelburne, and 28 in Grand Etang. We'll take one last look at your forecast coming up, but first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
The Green Party in Prince Edward Island now has the same number of seats in the legislature as the opposition Liberals. After counting the ballots, Elections PEI says the unofficial winner in District 16, Cornwall Meadowbank, is Green Party candidate Tate Willows. The agency says Willows received nearly 1,200 votes, representing nearly 40% of the 2,990 ballots cast. Overall voter turnout was almost 61%. Willows defeated Island Liberal leader Robert Mitchell. And while the Greens and Liberals now hold 4 seats apiece in the provincial legislature, the by-election results do not affect the Tory majority. Now to prices at the pumps. You will be paying more for diesel in Nova Scotia this morning. Price of diesel increased in the Halifax area by 6.2 cents. The minimum price for Zone 1 now $2.10.2 a litre. The Energy Board says the unscheduled price adjustment was necessary due to a significant shift in the market price. Price of gas did not change in Nova Scotia. In PEI, the price of gas increased by 2.3 cents a litre overnight. The minimum price now $1.89.6, and diesel increased by 7.5 cents. The minimum price $2.25.9 a litre. Prices in New Brunswick did not change overnight. 2 young people have died and another left with serious injuries following a collision in Lunenburg County. The single vehicle crash happened just after dawn Saturday on Highway 324 in Lilydale. Investigators say an SUV had veered off the road and hit a tree. The driver and a passenger died at the scene. A third occupant of the vehicle was airlifted to Halifax. Police in Halifax investigating a rare case of swatting in Bedford early Monday morning. Officers responding en masse to a phony call about a shooting and hostage taking. Police evacuated the apartment complex and got a hold of the individual they believed to be the caller, as well as their parents. All were found to be safe and the call itself fake.
We don't believe that it's a random incident. We believe that the person who we believed was the caller, we believe he was targeted due to an online dispute.
Police say the investigation is ongoing, but they say this call actually came from the United States. We're also learning more about an investigation into the theft of stolen artifacts from a New Brunswick senior. As we told you here yesterday, 2 men and a woman restrained an elderly veteran to a chair and looted his Nason Worth home. Various war medals and $45,000 in cash were stolen. Alan Kennedy did not want to appear on camera, but tells CTV News he managed to free himself and went to his neighbors to call for help. All 3 suspects are described as tall, thin people who spoke English, who covered their faces during the robbery. While RCMP were not available to speak on camera, they tell CTV News the investigation is ongoing. A new report warns social media is promoting unsafe information to parents about how to safely put a baby to bed. New Brunswick's Child Death Review Committee has been tracking what it calls an alarming increase in cases. 20 deaths in a span of 6 years. Officials say social media feeds are promoting unsafe practices.
We ended up deciding that we had enough data. We have enough time spent that we know this is a trend, that we know this is not getting any better.
Among other recommendations, the report calls for stronger messaging and education across public health and child welfare services. Finally, some heartwarming images. The Norwegian men's soccer team has received a hero's welcome, and the outpouring of love came as the team returned home on Monday after having its World Cup dreams end on the weekend with a loss to England. Now that's rowing in unison. Thousands of fans gathered in Oslo, Norway's capital, to catch a glimpse of the players. They also took part in the iconic Viking row that's become a staple for the team after matches on the world stage. The Viking row is a celebratory ritual inspired by the country's history of Viking seafaring. Also cool to see the Viking helmets as well.
Oh, yeah, and also this guy's crocheted hat is kind of neat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really nice. I wonder if he did it himself, maybe a loved one.
That would be
a friend,
I'd love to know.
Teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, very exciting. Hard to believe it's all wrapping up in a few days.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah.
I wanted to show this kind of neat as we head into community calendar. Not in our region, but watermelon, of course, a popular summer snack. It really cools you down.
Oh, I love watermelon.
I love watermelon. But they're eating it in a different way in China, in southwest China. They like it spicy. Yeah, I'll
Spicy
explain.
watermelon?
Visitors to this water park in Xinjiang are lining up for spicy watermelon seasoned with a generous dusting of chili powder and then put into skewers to make it into a handheld snack. It's being described as sweet, refreshing, bold, and spicy.
Oh, maybe something to try this
I'd
summer?
try it. Apparently just a little bit of chili powder. Like, that's not that hard to do.
Not for me, but
I like it with the little lime squeezed on it. It's delish.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
We could do it in fun designs. Yeah, I'd try it. I'll try just about anything once.
Yeah. I have tried it before.
Spicy watermelon?
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
tried it?
It's a big thing in Toronto for, I can't remember why, but it's pretty big in the summer.
Cool.
And yeah, it wasn't my thing.
What did you like? Do you remember why you didn't like it?
I just don't like, I love watermelon and I love that it's so sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't like the spice with it.
Interesting.
But I know many people that do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can try it sometime. In any case, not happening in our region, so we don't have to worry about it. You're safe, Latavia.
All right, we're going to talk about the community calendar now. We do have few different things taking place in the region. So we have hospitality days that will be taking place in Bathurst. That will be from July 15th until the 19th. There will be a free barbecue in Parkview Senior Citizens Club over in Summerside. This will be taking place July 15th at 1 p.m. If there's showers, it will be taking place indoors. And Latin Facts in Halifax is taking place July 15th until July 18th. So many things to do and see. It'll be so much fun. There'll be dance, live performances, a bit of demonstrations, local markets as well.
Amazing.
Yes, lots going to be taking place. And if you do have upcoming events, send us the details. We'd love to promote it. You can send it to yourmorningatlantic@ctv.ca.
Yeah, we had a little issue with our graphics, and it makes you realize how much those graphics help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll try to get those in place for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll share those.
It happens sometimes, yeah.
Shout out to our old colleague, Maria Martelli, who's a big part of Latin Facts.
Yeah,
she is. Yes.
It's a good one. Yeah.
It's fun, especially in the heat, too. All right, another break here. Coming up, we're going to speak with the BD Center for Marine Biodiversity about their summer experiences. Don't go anywhere. We still have lots more coming up in the last 20 minutes of the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic. Plus, it is a last look at the full forecast with Latavia in just a few moments. Maybe you can see this guy.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 8:43. We're taking a live look at Edmundston. 16 degrees starting off your day, mainly cloudy skies with a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected to move in later this morning. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures slowly beginning to rise this morning. As of right now, 17 degrees in Halifax, 18 in Sydney, 16 degrees in Charlottetown, 17 starting off your day in Fredericton, already 20 in Bathurst, 14 degrees in Labrador City, and 15 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Now, we are going to see sunshine for much of the maritime region, but a few showers early this morning for parts of Prince Edward Island, as well as into parts of Nova Scotia. Now, that is expected to clear out, leaving sunshine into the afternoon, although a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms will return into parts of northern New Brunswick into this afternoon. For Newfoundland and Labrador, going to see shower activity, a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day today, and then into the evening, we are going to see all three maritime provinces see showers, a risk of thunderstorms move in. Into early Wednesday morning, showers expected to clear out, leaving sunshine early in the morning on Wednesday before returning into the afternoon. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we are going to see accumulation with this system, getting up to 10 to 20 millimeters for northern New Brunswick, 20 to 30 for Prince Edward Island, and looking at around 10 to 20 at its heaviest for parts of Nova Scotia. For Labrador, looking at 20 to 30 millimeters and 10 to 20 for parts of Newfoundland. For a forecast today, above seasonal daytime highs yet again for much of New Brunswick, ranging from 20 degrees in St. John up to 29 in Bathurst and Woodstock. A few showers to start your day for the northern region clearing out. We are going to see a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms return into the afternoon for the northern region, spreading across the province into the evening. Wind gusts expected getting up to 40. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 23 degrees in Surrey up to 28 in Tignish. A few showers to start your day, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Showers will spread across the island into the evening. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 20 degrees in Canso up to 26 in New Glasgow and Truro. A mix of sun and cloud as shower activity clears out. We will be seeing showers arrive into the evening, wind gusts getting up to 60. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a few showers to start your day. Not really seeing much precipitation early on, though. A mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. Evening showers expected. Daytime highs between 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in Middleton. For Labrador City, 22 degrees today. We are going to see showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day. 21 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, mainly cloudy skies with evening showers. So for our forecast into Wednesday, we are going to see a chance of showers return into the afternoon for all three maritime provinces. Newfoundland, Labrador still dealing with some steadier shower activity. That will start to break down into our forecast for Wednesday night. Still holding on to a chance of showers, though, for parts of Atlantic Canada. Into Thursday's forecast, sunshine will return, Crystal.
Thanks again, Latavia. It's 8:45, and this morning we're diving into the BD Center for Marine Biodiversity. The center offers summer programming where you can learn more about Atlantic marine life in a fun and engaging way. Here to tell us more is Visitor Experience Facilitator Nadia Stewart. Good morning, Nadia.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in. You've brought some interesting props to chat about, but in general, the BD Center for Marine Biodiversity is relatively new. Let's tell our viewers about this wonderful place.
Yeah, we just opened in December. We've been going strong since then. We have 2 floors at our center. We have an Aquarius space with 7 different aquariums, and they go through different depths of Nova Scotia. So you start off really shallow, and then you go deeper and deeper into our ocean as you go through. And we pride ourselves on having only Atlantic species, only ones you can find right here in our backyard. And then, of course, we have our big blue whale skeleton hanging from the ceiling.
Yes, the blue whale skeleton is just fascinating. That's worth going to see in any case. Now, what's wonderful is that you were a student at Dalhousie University, and then you ended up getting into this role. What do you do at the Baby Center?
I'm very lucky. I started after I graduated last year as an intern, and then we quickly moved on to actually opening the center. So I'm focused on our visitor experience. I work on our programming, so all of the fun events that we're having coming up, I help organize them, and also work on our school scripts and making sure that everything runs smoothly.
What a great gig. Oh my gosh, how wonderful. So the center has a lot happening this summer. I think, thanks to your hard work. What can we look forward to doing this summer?
Yeah, so coming up, we have our story time, where young learners can read a little ocean story underneath our blue whale, and that's happening on July 22nd. And then we also like to have guests come in, so experiences that you can have in marine science sector. So we have some people coming in from SMU, and they're going to talk about killifish and their hybridization, bring in their little embryos for us so we can look at them up close in the microscope, and that's on August 8th and 9th. And then we also are gearing towards high school students as well. So we have a teen night happening on August 12th, and that's where they can learn a little bit more about what jobs they can actually do in the ocean science sector, and at Dell as well, what paths they can take. And then we have a date night happening on August 27th, and that's where you can have a little date night underneath twinkling lights in our Aquarius space and learn a little bit more about our ocean creatures.
Oh, I think that sounds wonderful. Great job. And you can go any day, any given day, there will be interpretation, and you can learn a ton.
Exactly.
You brought something into us. What's the story behind this lobster?
So this is Nacho. Nacho's our orange lobster. Don't worry, he's still alive and well. This is just his old shell. So
get out of town.
Yeah, this is what we call a molt. So once a year, they wiggle out of their old shell, and then they're able to grow a new one. But Nacho is a little bit special because he's naturally orange. So he looks like he's already been cooked or boiled before, but he's still alive, and he's 1 in 30 million lobsters. So he's quite rare.
So Nacho, as it exists now, when they emerge from the mold, this is already, I'm already like, what is happening? This is fascinating. Do they have a shell when they emerge, or they kind of like?
They're all soft-bodied when they emerge, and then it takes them around a month to regrow that hard shell again. And this helps them fix anything that might have gone wrong that year. So sometimes they get some shell rot, like Nacho had a little bit of shell rot on his top here, and a little bit of a clipped claw. They can regenerate their limbs and make sure that they're all healthy for the next year.
Fascinating. How often does this molt happen?
Typically once a year when they're younger, every 2 to 3 months, because they're growing so fast.
Whoa.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. We have a couple rare lobsters at our center as well.
It's beautiful.
We've got a blue one. Her name is Indigo. She's 1 in 2 million. And we just got Oscar, our half and half lobster. So he's half blue black, half orange, which is pretty cool.
Well, Nadia, I think we need to do a Your Morning Atlantic field trip. I need to come and meet you.
I think so, yeah.
You brought in one more thing to show before we go to break.
Yes, I wanted to show our blue whale baleen. So this is actually the teeth of a blue whale, and this is from our blue whale skeleton hanging on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
And it's our 18-meter blue whale skeleton.
Am I okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So it's made of the same stuff as our hair and our nails. So it's basically just keratin fibers, but just at a higher density. So this is what they use to filter all the water out, so they don't take a big gulp of seawater, and all they're eating is the little krill and little fishies inside.
Nadia, thank you so much for coming in today.
Of course.
Can't wait to visit the center with you. If you want more information, we put the center's website on ours. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to the dentist later today. I'm going to check my teeth with this side. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. That was such a great interview with Beatty.
Right?
I got to make it over there.
I cannot wait to go there. I really would love to go see Nacho in person.
I know.
Yeah.
And Indigo, particularly their Blue Lobster Indigo is so pretty.
So nice. So many different places to see and explore around the region. Summer is such a great time if you got the time off to do it.
For sure. Yesterday we were talking about what you geek out over. I really geek out over museums because you go in and that's their job, is to just shine a spotlight on that thing. You always learn something.
Yeah.
And even something that doesn't seem interesting in your ordinary life, once you dig in a little bit, you're like, whoa.
I know. Even the whale teeth that she was talking about.
It's huge.
Yeah, so cool.
So cool.
You mentioned you're going to the dentist a little bit later.
Yes.
You'll have to, I have a little questionnaire I give people sometimes when they go to the dentist. Will they finish the home renovation episode when you're there? Do you find anytime you go to a dentist, you're lying there in the chair, and they always have some sort of home renovation show, but I never get to watch the full show, so they tease and tease and tease all the renos and all the work they're doing, and then I don't get to see the reveal.
Never see the final result.
Devastating. I'll get back to you on that today. Also, will they let me pick something from the treasure chest, even though I'm over the age of most of those people?
Yeah.
We'll see.
They might. You can get like the toothbrush that looks like a crayon.
Absolutely. The thing the sticky thing you slap against the wall. And we'll see. We'll see. I might have something in my hands tomorrow for the show. Okay, let's end on a neat thing. Let's stay with the science theme.
Okay.
Could daisies be the new caterpillars? Because apparently they can tell us a fair bit about the weather and about direction.
Did you know that you can use daisies as a natural compass? Daisies are what are known as phototropic. What that means is as the sun moves across the sky, they actually follow it. In the northern hemisphere, that means that they are always facing in a southerly direction, but at midday, they tend to be facing due south. They're also a natural hydrometer. That means that they can sense changes in humidity. So when it's very humid and there's moisture in the atmosphere, they close up. And when it dries out, they can open. That means that they can actually tell us how likely it is that it's going to rain in the near future. Did you know that you can...
Isn't that interesting?
Interesting.
So I did a little test with this yesterday when I went on my dog walk, because daisies are in season right now, and they were all pointed south.
Really?
Every single one of them was pointed south. So I guess if you ever happen to be lost in the woods and it's this time of year, look at the daisies. They could actually help point you. At least you know where south is, and then so you know the opposite's north.
Interesting.
Right?
That's super.
That's very interesting.
And I trust what he's saying because he's British.
That's a great point.
Young David Attenborough.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
So, Controller, where are we headed next on our little journey in this day? We're going to go to the eagle nest briefly. It's empty, but Helene has been seen on the edge of the branch. So she has not left yet. This particular shot doesn't show. She's out, literally out on a limb, and she's thinking about it. It's last week when she began to branch, they said it would be 5 to 7 days when they expect her to first take flight. So it could be any day.
5 to 7 days, 5 to 7 business days.
5 to 7 business days. So if you factor in the weekend, it might be a few more days. Great point, Amanda.
So silly.
Oh my gosh. What a silly goose.
Whoa, it's busy over at Peggy's.
Yeah, always a great spot to visit. And I love how they got it done up recently, too.
So nice. Well, welcome to our visitors and those who live around the region. We hope you have a great Tuesday.